Hey guys, since many of you wanted to know if there are good alternatives to Klee in this Super Burgeon team comp or not, to answer your question, I'm going to test out 7 Pyro characters to find out their exact performances as a Pyro Burgeon main DPS. The team I'll be using in this video is the same Nahida Baiju Xingqiu team comp I showcased in my previous Nilou video, with the Pyro character as the on-field main DPS. This team works flawlessly now thanks to Baiju for the excellent healing and buff. Just like in my previous Nilou team comps video, I will test out each character in a single target scenario and a multi-target scenario. Now to start the comparison, I will use Klee as the on-field Pyro DPS, and let's see how she performs against single target boss here. For Klee, you only need to do normal attacks and dash to save time. As you can see, she cleared the boss in just 19.4 seconds, which is incredibly quick considering that the Burgeon damage is AoE. I managed to improve Klee's performance here by 0.7 seconds, compared to the one in my previous Nilou video. Now let's check out her performance in a multi-target scenario.
Remember, health comes first.
Let me weave you a verse. Rain outlines your...
A bitter pill to swallow.
As expected, she cleared all those monsters in just 19.1 seconds, and also 0.4 seconds quicker than in my previous video. In my previous video, my Klee got knocked over, so I think that's the reason why she is quicker now. The second Pyro character I want to compare is Yanfei. Many of you were asking if you can use Yanfei instead of Klee. Well, let's check out her performance against the single target boss here. With Yanfei, she cleared the boss in 20.9 seconds, or only 1.5 seconds slower than Klee. Now let's watch her performance in a multi-target scenario.
Seems like an emergency.
No, my sword! Rain cutter! I see everything!
Mind the side effects.
As you can see, she cleared the domain in just 20.6 seconds, or 1.5 seconds slower than Klee. So by looking at this result, yes, Yanfei can be a great alternative if you don't have Klee, or don't want to use Klee. Now let me show you the next contestant, Diluc.
A bitter pill to swallow. Remember,
Rain cutter! Rain outlines...
Diluc should start with his elemental burst to infuse Pyro to his normal attacks for 12 seconds, and then use his elemental skill to help detonate the seeds lying on the floor. As you can see, he cleared the boss in 22.9 seconds, which is slower than Klee and Yanfei. Now let's check out his performance against multiple enemies.
mind the side effects. Remember,
Witness the power of Gugwa!
a bitter pill to swallow. Verdict is...
Again, he cleared the monsters in 24.9 seconds, which is much slower than Klee and Yanfei. Next, let's check out Thoma's performance in this team comp. Since Thoma is an energy-hungry character, I tested both ER build and full EM build. Let's start with full EM Thoma first.
I got you covered.
As you can see, against a single boss here, he cleared it in just 19.6 seconds, or almost as quick as Klee. Now let's see his performance against multiple enemies.
Taking a turn for the better.
Witness the power of Gugwa! No, my sword!
Don't get too close. Here's backup.
Everyone hold hands!
Again, he cleared the monsters in just 20.5 seconds, which is impressively quick. But in reality though, this build wouldn't work because he wouldn't have any energy to do the next rotation. Now let's check out the ER build Thoma instead, for sustainability.
Bitter
As you can see, he cleared the boss in 20.7 seconds, which is still very quick considering he only has 666 EM now. Let's see his performance against the multi-target scenario.
The Temple of Wisdom.
Seems like an emergency.
Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power of Gua.
Here's backup.
I see everything. Ridiculous.
Again, clearing the domain in 23 seconds considering he only has 666 EM is pretty good. Now how about the other energy-hungry polearm user, Xiangling? Can Xiangling outperform Thoma here? Let's start with full EM Xiangling first.
Let me weave you a verse. Rain out.
It's the fire.
She cleared the boss in 22.6 seconds, which is already slow compared to the other characters we've seen so far. Now let's see her performance in multi-target scenario.
Taking a turn for the better.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a verse. Know my sword.
I see everything.
Mind the side effect.
She cleared the domain in 21.5 seconds, which is pretty quick. But just like Thoma, this build is pretty much unusable without ER sands and weapon. So let's switch to ER build instead.
Temple of Wisdom. Ridiculous.
Seems like
Rain outlines your fate. Rim cutter.
You're toast. Nice and spicy.
As you can see with ER build, Xiangling can't beat the boss as quick as before, with 24.5 seconds. Now let's see her performance in the multi-target scenario.
Diminished memory. Make yourselves at home.
remember, health comes first.
Let me weave you a verse. Know my sword.
You're toast. Everyone hold hands.
Mind the side effect.
It's the fire. Race you.
She cleared it in 24.1 seconds, which is also pretty slow. Next, let's check out Hu Tao's performance. Hu Tao can deal pyro damage using her elemental skill, so she can be built with full EM, unlike Xiangling or Thoma. Against single target boss here, she cleared it in a respectable 20.6 seconds, or almost the same as Thoma with ER build. Now let's see her performance in the multi-target scenario.
The Temple of Wisdom.
Remember, health comes first.
Witness the power of Gua. Rain outline. Time to go.
I see everything.
A bitter pill to swallow.
She cleared it in 23.5 seconds, which is not quick, unfortunately. Now let's check out our last contestant, the Pyro Archon himself, Bennett. Here, I have my Bennett at C6, but I think he's also fine without C6. So let's start with the single target boss here.
Going in.
As you can see, he cleared it in just 21 seconds, which is almost the same as Yanfei. But the difference is that Bennett needs to stay within his burst radius to be able to deal pyro damage continuously, which is a disadvantage compared to Yanfei or Klee. Now let's check out his performance in the multi-target scenario.
Seems like an emergency.
Witness the power of Gua. I'm going in.
I see everything.
Let's light it up.
As you can see, he cleared it in a pretty quick 22.2 seconds, but still not quick enough to beat the record set by Klee and Yanfei. So after all these testings, I hereby declare that Klee is still currently the best BURGEON Pyro main DPS for this team. If you don't have her, Yanfei is the next best option considering that she is a catalyst user just like Klee, so you don't need to worry about ER and Pyro infusion. In this video, I didn't include Yoimiya and Xinyan, because those characters had hard time detonating the dendro seeds. For Yoimiya, it's because her arrow shoots above ground and misses the seeds a lot. For Xinyan, her burst or her shield will stop radiating Pyro aura once it's break, so it's very unreliable in battle. I didn't include Dehya as well, not only because I didn't pull for her, but also I think she wouldn't work as effective as other characters as well, because her elemental burst is unable to trigger Xingqiu or Yelan's burst. Finally, let me show you the build I use for this showcase, and don't forget to subscribe for more Genshin videos from me. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.